If you ever think that your life is embarrassing or you've done embarrassing things, why don't you just compare your life to mine? I'll give you a few things that I've done um, that I think might just be, it might just be a me thing. I don't think other people have done stuff like this. It's truly just a me thing. I must have been dropped too many times as a child. I'm not right. Now, I'm not crazy, but I'm just weird. But I'd rather be weird than normal. And, my brain just, it thinks differently. I don't know. There's a few loose screws. So for starters, picture a family dinner, all right? Like 20 people, okay? And it's like my grandpa, my grandpa's girlfriend, my parents, all my sisters, my aunts, my uncles, okay? We're all eating, and someone said something funny. It was my grandpa, I think. I think he said something funny. And I had seen some video on YouTube. I was maybe 14 or 15. I had seen some video on YouTube. It was talking about queefing. And I thought queefing meant laughing like really hard, which you could translate it to that. I don't know. I saw the video and I thought that was a word for laughing really hard, okay? So I had been using it. I don't know who all used it around, but I remember like I'd be laughing and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm queefing so hard. Because like I was saying like it was funny, right? I did this around other people. This is the one time, this is when I realized, because they all called me out and told me that's not what it means. So my grandpa said something funny, and I looked at everyone, and I out loud blurted, and we were out at dinner, so like we were in a restaurant. And I blurted out, and I said, oh my gosh, y'all have me queefing so hard right now. I'm not even kidding. To my whole family. I told my whole family I was queefing. And then my grandpa looked at me and said, are you, Riley? And I said, yes, I am queefing so hard. Get out. That's so embarrassing. And I still get made fun of for it to this day. That is one of the things I've done. Another thing we can talk about, ladies, if you're scared of tampons. I traumatized myself with the tampon. I got my period my sophomore year of high school. I had this childhood best friend growing up. She didn't have her period, but pretty much every other girl did. And it was cool if you had your period, like you were a woman, okay? And her and I didn't have it. So we made a pact to pretend like we had it and convince everyone we had it when we didn't. So like my mom thought I had it, her mom thought she had it, okay? Anyways, we're at the beach, all right? I get it this summer of my sophomore year. We're at the beach, and we're about to take pictures on the beach, and I have a white swimsuit, and I feel something wet. And I look down, and I got blood in my bottoms, and I freaked out. And my mom was like, well, you're gonna have to put a tampon in. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Do you have one? And she was like, yeah, she gave me it. And I was like, okay, yeah, like just acting like I knew what I was doing, because I had convinced everyone I knew what I was doing. Oh, my eyelashes. But anyways, so I went to the bathroom, took my pants off, locked the door, and I pulled out the tampon from the wrapper, and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh shit, how do you use this? So I'm like searching up on the wiki how to insert a tampon step by step, okay? It explains. I stressed myself out so much with the thought of sticking a tampon inside of me that I halfway got it in and passed out, hit my head on the bathtub, and then started having like a seizure, and the door is locked, so you just hear like boom, 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 boom. And then my mom was like, she told me, she was like, Riley, and then she just heard like oh my gosh, y'all. So I finally wake up from my seizure from passing out, hit my head on shampoo bottle, then hit it on the bathtub. Oh my gosh. My family has yet to let me live that one down either. That's probably one of the most embarrassing things I've done. And then I had to tell my mom I had never put a tampon in, and I was stressed out, and I am passed out because I was so stressed to put one in. And I'll hit you with one more thing. I had a crush on this guy in like kindergarten, elementary school. And there was, when we had recess, there was this like really big rock that we would all go to, okay? I would find roly-polies under there. Those were like my favorite thing. I would put them in my pockets, put them in my backpack, and then they'd die on the way home, and I'd bury them and cry. I was a weird kid. Anyways, by that rock, there was, like, a group of us who would, like, do gymnastics, okay? And, like, this kid could do, like, backflips and, like, cartwheels, and, like, every girl liked him, okay? Like, he was the guy, okay? And I was like, I have to win him over. So I decided to do a round off. It was either a round off or a cartwheel. It was a round off. It was a round off. I decided to do a round off. And there were a lot of sticks. So think of, like, the pine straw and all that. Like, pine straw and then sticks everywhere, okay? And then, like, pine cones. And I go to do a round off, you know? I do the round off, and then it comes down to the part where, like, you land. But if you, like, don't land good, you'll go backwards. Somehow I didn't land well. And I landed and then flew back, okay? And landed my butt right on the floor. Well, I happened to fly back right on the floor and land on the floor with a stick in between my crack. And it split my butt crack higher. I split my butt crack higher. It literally, my butt crack went higher. Yeah, I know, Surf. Like, literally, how does one do that? I don't know. So I had to tell my mom. Real embarrassing. She had to put cream literally on my butt crack for like 2 weeks. And it hurt. It was very painful, y'all. I don't recommend splitting your butt crack higher. I don't know how this shit happens to me. I told y'all I'm not normal. This ain't a normal life. I swear I'm living a movie. I'm in a movie. But if you ever think that, like, something you did was embarrassing, no, I have done it. I have done it all. I have probably, like, skyrocketed compared to you. I can't think. Anyways, if you want to hear more stories, I got you. Y'all, I got so many stories I could tell you. Oh my goodness, I got so many stories I could tell you. But yeah, love y'all. Hope you enjoyed that.